I'm Mary from MaryELAccentCoach.com, and today I'm going to be explaining how to pronounce a D and a T with a perfect American accent. You probably don't really think of D and T as particularly difficult sounds to pronounce, so why am I making a whole video about it? Well, there are a lot of D's and T's in every utterance. They're all over the place in a lot of words, and we actually articulate those sounds with a different part of our tongues and in a different part of our mouths from where they're articulated in a lot of other languages. And articulating that sound in a different place and with a different part of your tongue can immediately give you a stronger foreign accent. Before I explain the differences, let's see if you can hear them. Day. David diligently did his duties despite difficulties. David diligently did his duties despite difficulties. Tina tasted tiny tarts this Tuesday. Tina tasted tiny tarts this Tuesday. Okay, let's talk about those differences, shall we? The first difference is where the T's and D's are being articulated. In a lot of languages, the tongue is either brought forward close to the teeth or it touches the teeth on T and D. So we get something like t, d, instead of t, d. But in the American accent, our tongues do not touch our teeth, and we don't even make t and d that close to the teeth. It's a little bit farther back, not close to the teeth, but not too far back. We're not doing t, d, where it's very, very, very far and the tip of your tongue curls back. We're not doing t, d with the curled back tongue tip. That sound is often used in Indian accents, but for an American accent, we don't curl our tongue tips back. It's farther back than in a lot of accents, but not that much. It's pronounced against the alveolar ridge. But wait a minute, does that mean we do need to pull our tongue tips back like this if the T's and the D's are pronounced a little bit farther back? No. Because another difference between our t and d and the one that's more common in a lot of other languages is that we don't really use our tongue tips. I mean, not exactly. Our tongue tips actually kind of hang a little bit. They're very, very soft and relaxed. And we use more the blade of the tongue. So not really the tip, but the part just behind it. And a little bit more of your tongue is used in general. It's not a touch from just the tip like this, t or t. It's more the blade, t, d. So like I said, it's a little bit farther back. It's not the tip of your tongue. So the tip of your tongue is not going to be sharp and pointy. It's going to be soft and relaxed, and you're going to use more the blade, t, d, not too close to your teeth. Now that part about the sharp and pointy tongue tip is very, very important because in a lot of other languages, the tongue tip is very sharp and pointy in general because it's used a lot more for articulation of consonants. So a very pointy tongue tip on the L's, la, the D's, the T's, and even the N's, a very pointy tongue tip on those sounds is going to give you a stronger accent, where our tongue tips would be more relaxed on those sounds, softer and more relaxed, and we would use more of the blade. So with all that in mind, let's go over a few words and a few sentences, and I want you to try this new way of articulating t and d. Ready? T, today, not today. Not against the teeth, not with the tongue tip. The blade of your tongue a little bit farther back. Today, today. Another important thing to keep in mind about our T's is that there tends to be a little bit more breath in them. They're aspirated, meaning there's some air that comes out onto the T's and can also be heard in the vowels a little bit. When I say it in front of my hand, I can feel the breath pretty strongly. Today. Terrific. Terrific. The weather today is terrific for a picnic. Team. Don't use the tip of your tongue, not team. Not the tip, relax the tip. You're gonna use more the blade of your tongue. It's gonna be a fleshier part of your tongue. Team, together, 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 two. The team worked together to achieve their goals. The team worked together to achieve their goals. Took, time, test. She took the time to study for her test. She took the time to study for her test. Okay, now let's look at some words and phrases with d. Remember, it's the blade of your tongue, and it's a little bit farther back, away from your teeth. Doctor. Doctor. Daily. Daily. The doctor advised drinking plenty of water daily. The doctor advised drinking plenty of water daily. Danny. Decision. Dive. Deep. Daring. Danny's decision to dive into the deep pool was daring. Danny's decision to dive into the deep pool was daring. Dentist. Dentist. Demonstrated. Demonstrated. Dental. Techniques. The dentist demonstrated proper dental care techniques. The dentist demonstrated proper dental care techniques. Hey, would you like more personalized one-on-one feedback on your accent? If so, I would love to meet with you one-on-one and discuss your goals and how I might be able to help you through one-on-one accent coaching. If that sounds like something you'd be interested in, you can schedule a free 15-minute consultation call at the link in the description down below. That's all for today. Ciao!